Federal government has set up a five-member committee to address multiple taxation and harassment of truck owners. This decision followed a meeting between the Minister of Transportation, Senator Saidat Kali, and the representatives from the Association of Maritime Truck Owners and the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, NATO. Now, the unions had raised concerns about truck destruction, driver harassment, illegal tariffs, threatening a nationwide strike. The committee, led by key officials, is tasked with providing recommendations within 2 weeks to resolve the issue of multiple taxation on truck owners. In fact, the issue of multiple taxation is in a whole lot of sectors. But let's look at truck owners now, and this committee that has been set up to handle this matter. Chuba.
Like I will say, for me, every day we'll come up with discussions on from the government. It's always like a joke. With all the institutions that we have set up another five-member committee to investigate or to look at this issue of multiple taxation, because the system, one way or the other, is flawed, or people are not doing what they ought to do. This is another, for me, if they do not come out with something tangible. Like I said, permit me to say, if they do not come out with something tangible as a resolution that will be far-reaching and long-lasting, it's another means of just settling political allies, to have some things to cheer home with. And so what are we talking about? A country that has IPMAN has almost more than 5 to 10 agencies, and yet directives cannot be given clearly and straightforwardly that will be followed. Then is it the five-man committee that would now be, provide a better think tank than agencies of government that people have been paid salaries over the years and time? So for me, it will, for the truck owners, I think it's something to cheer about. At least they have somebody to hold on the jugular to say, this is what you were saddled with. What have you come up with? Let's look at what happens in the coming days, because as for me, it's another one of those many committees that government just set.
All right, Ambassador, quickly on that one.
Well, I think since it has to do with conflict management, I think the essence of the committee is for the aggrieved party, the interested parties in those things to meet, and then maybe government set up, add 1 or 2 for them to come up with recommendations that will best suit the situation. But again, I will always say that it's quite sympathetic most times when you have government appointments. The intention most times is revenue generation. So that's why I sympathize with most who are running these our agencies, because they give you mandates, they give you targets. So the only way for you to meet up that target is to muzzle the people.
Sadly.
You know, so I think it's just an appeal that the federal government, the state government should not overpressure political appointees in the disguise of revenue generation. So most of them, it's not as if they want to be oppressive or come up with things that will be hurtful to these transporters or whatsoever. But if you do not meet up the targets, sometimes you will be shown the way out. So I want to think that those of our leaders should try and be sympathetic, because most of them are just responding to the pressures.
But even them on their own, are they being sympathetic? You have said the people above them should be sympathetic, and you've not told them to be sympathetic with the truck owners.
No. You see, it's the pressure from
okay, should we also talk about the pressure that their own leaders are facing?
No, that's what we are saying now. For instance, if as a president or as a governor or as a local government chairman, I set up a task force on a particular unit, sometimes they give them mandate targets from your agency, from your own unit. This is the amount every month you must meet.
Does it mean that there's no revenue generation?
There's
no way that they can generate revenue aside strangling the drivers, literally.
No,
40 templates are already on ground.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
So
if you do not meet up, if you are not ready, they excuse you out. So it is a mandate from the top to the bottom. So that's why I'm appealing to the leaders, because it's the pressure. If you are doing what I do not want as a leader, right, I will caution you or I will excuse you out. But if I'm doing what you want me to do, even when they complain, I'll say, please don't worry, we'll find a way out of it, because I know I'm the reason why you are doing what you're doing. So that's why I'm appealing to leaders to reduce pressure on political appointee in the name of trying to raise revenue.
All right, let's